Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment explains it. Real quick, ain't gonna take up a whole lot of time. I just want to bang this out real quick. Make sure I got all my facts straight. July of 2023, Black Panther video games were announced. EA Sports, Cliffhanger Studios, they talked about Black Panther's game, not the 1943 one, The Rise of Hydra, but the other game where you're supposed to be able to take the reins and play as. Okay. Developer for that second game put a message out on Twitter. Now, I don't know how that could have been regarded or looked at, but wanting ideas, story, characters, that sort of thing. Oh boy, you came to the right place, man. But before I tell them all about it, let's do what we need to do so we can do what we want to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page so that when the material comes out, you get it. If you digging what a brother shoved and put some dirt in my bucket, comment, like, subscribe, and share because edutainment explains it. Okay, hey, Cliffhanger Studios, I got a story for you. And if this is not enough story, enough plot, enough character, y'all let me know. I am drawing from actual characters that exist or have existed in Marvel Comics that have a backstory or have had a backstory at one time or another with T'Challa. T'Challa, the Black Panther. Not any other Black Panther. T'Challa. Because as much as we talk about Wakanda and as much as we talk about mantles, you would have none of that if T'Challa didn't appear in Fantastic Four 52, 1966. All right. Also, we're going to kick off T'Challa's story somewhere that mid-60s timeline. It doesn't have to be the actual 1960s, but that 1960s timeline. He's just become an Avenger. So the first person he's going to be dealing with, antagonist-wise, would be his friend Batumba. Batumba appeared one time and one time only in Avengers number 87, volume 1. Okay. Batumba was associated with the advanced idea mechanics. What better villain to square off with than the advanced idea mechanics? We could make Batumba scientist supreme or whatever, but that's a good antagonist to start off, you know, a sub boss. After a little research, chit-chatting, clue uncovering, he comes to the conclusion that there is someone who received some kind of hardware, some kind of tech from the advanced idea mechanics and was going to use it to kill the Avengers. So T'Challa's on that. Who was trying to kill the Avengers in this particular instance? Let's go with Eric Williams, the Grim Reaper. That's his old costume. My man is obviously colorblind. And after getting a hold of his technology and getting more information out of and around him, you find out that there are goings on in Wakanda. So your journey takes you right back to Wakanda, and you've got to deal with this guy, M'Baku the Man-Ape. We need to revamp Man-Ape. There's nothing wrong with saying Man-Ape. Okay, if there ain't nothing wrong with saying a lot of and doing a lot of the stuff that we do nowadays, there shouldn't be nothing wrong with saying Man-Ape. Okay, Man-Ape is going to lead you to I guess what I would call a mini Panther's Rage, but not with Eric Killmonger, because we want to save Eric Killmonger for something else, because this game is going to be successful and we're going to have at least 2 more. Jungle action can include an open environment kind of fight with mini bosses, to include King Cadaver, Baron Macabre, Venom, and Salamander Cruel, who all have, you know, pretty standard abilities and tech, but are still, you know, enough to get a Black Panther a problem. After dealing with these foes, he finds out the one behind him is Madam Slay. Okay, and Madam Slay could do a little bit more. Maybe she could have some fight skills of some type in this game, so she doesn't have to have a big goofy bodyguard and a bunch of lepers protecting her. After dealing with Madam Slay, your next path will take you to Kyber Island, and we got to deal with Kyber. The foes are getting a little more complex. In this version, Kyber will have possession of King Solomon's frogs, and King Solomon's frogs will bring us that guy, the 6 million year man, aka Hatch 22, eyes in the back of his head. Very, very powerful being. T'Challa gonna have his hands full if he's not able to knock this guy out quick. So that makes for good video gameplay, right? Then after Kyber spills the beans about a secret organization in Atlanta, we don't know if we do or don't want to call them the Ku Klux Klan, but we could call them the Secret Empire, the Secret Organization, the Dragon Clan, whatever you want to call them. Okay. And that will lead them to being around that villain right there, who I would love to see in live action. The Soul Strangler. It's kind of supernatural in origin, has some supernatural powers. And as far as this level of the game or this part of the game, as long as it somewhat or loosely follows the events in that book right there, should be fine. This will take us right back to Africa and into Azania, where we will run into, the Supremacists, yet another knockoff Justice League. If Cliffhanger Studios has an issue with apartheid, we can go with those dudes. The Squadron Sinister, equally as powerful and a whole problem for T'Challa. Who's manipulating them? Achibe, that crazy guy. And as we know in the comics, Achibe sold his soul. Sold his soul to who? And there's your boss, Mephisto. As far as Avengers, I would deal with this group of Avengers no matter what era it is, because these were the Avengers when T'Challa joined the Avengers. Nice, neat bow. What are we doing? That works for me. If it works for you, Cliffhanger Studios. And what do y'all think? Do y'all think that's a nice little start? That's a nice little game. Cliffhanger, if you're listening, this is the video from your man D Real. I'm putting it out there, and hopefully y'all are listening and y'all gonna make something happen. I would appreciate it if you kept me in the loop when you did. That's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.